Maybe carpooling would be a good solution. If people who already take taxis carpool, that would mean that taxis would at least half as much. But how many people per day actually carpool in your taxi?
Maybe once. Yeah, probably like once a day.
No, maximum they get of same place.
Maybe 4 or 5 person. Not per day, per month.
So what is being done to help solve these problems with taxis? We came to the Taxi and Limousine Commission of New York City to see what they were doing about it.
The TLC, what we're doing now is we're trying to provide incentives to medallion owners, and more are buying hybrids.
On February 26, 2010, the Taxi and Limousine Commission of New York City started a new taxi carpooling program in which taxis act like buses, going from 3 locations from 57th Street to 72nd Street to Grand Central. Passengers each pay $3 to $4 each. Matthew Doss, the chairman of TLC, said,
The goal of these proposals is to maximize the existing number of taxicabs. Using the same number of vehicles to serve more people is good for the environment, and passengers will pay less, while drivers will earn more.
These taxis are really just more expensive buses that only go around Midtown, which leaves out other people in other locations. The program is also only from 6 to 10 a.m., and people may want to share taxis at other times. The New York Times said that this program hasn't been working very well. This may not be the best way to make taxis more efficient on the road. We found these websites that set up carpools for people going on regular commutes. But even though these websites help people carpool, you have to plan ahead from your computer if you want to use them.
In 28 cities, there is a program called Taxi Magic that people can use from their phones to hail taxis. People don't have to plan ahead with this program, but without carpooling, taxi rides are still expensive and still not as energy efficient.
Each solution here helps solve some of the problem, but we would like to present to you an idea that uses technology that already exists to provide what we believe is the ultimate solution. We call it
My Fair Share.
Person 1, let's call him Jimmy, wants a taxi and doesn't mind sharing because he wouldn't have to spend as much money. Jimmy picks up his phone and uses our application, My Fair Share, to hail a taxi. The application marks where he is and where he wants to go.
Person 2, let's call her Georgia, is with her husband Quentin and son Jesse. They are a few blocks away from Jimmy and they want a taxi to share too. So Georgia picks up her phone and also uses My Fair Share to mark where they are and where they're going.
A nearby taxi driven by Ryan is located with the automatic vehicle locator that already exists in taxi cabs. Then Ryan gets a signal from My Fair Share on his driver information monitor, which already exists in taxis, so drivers can get messages while they are stopped. The signal maps the route that would take both customers to the locations. Ryan then accepts the carpool and sends an alert to both customers that lets them know what time he'll pick them up.
Then Ryan drives to George's location to pick up her and her family. Then, along the route, Ryan picks up Jimmy. They continue to drive until they reach Jimmy's house, which is on the way to George's destination. Jimmy pays his share, and then they keep driving until George's destination to drop off her family. Georgia then pays her share of the fare. The meter adds a couple of dollars to each person's fare for using the application, so taxi drivers will get more money, which is still cheaper for the passengers and better for the environment.
What do you think of our idea?
I think it might be a good idea. I think it's a step in the right direction. We're trying to save passengers money, like I said, and help make more money for the drivers and make everybody happier and save CO2 emissions, make sure there aren't as many CO2 emissions, and that our industry is greener. So it's possible.
It'll be more convenient, especially for rush hours. So, it won't be like everybody out in the street trying to wave down a cab. We also save the environment that way. A lot of factors that can be solved just by having some type of technology like that can help, the city as well. Help solve a lot of problems.